Another veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Working in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
Welcome to Indy. That's right. We are here in Indianapolis Raceway Park playing host to round 3 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. This is qualifying day. So casual Thursday, used to be casual Friday, casual Thursday now. And we have PROSPEC qualifying now. Then we'll have pro qualifying later.
Seating.
Seating, thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. Seating brackets right now for, again, this is the Midwest Mayhem, where we have seen a lot of heat. Might see some, I hate to say it, the R word, talking about rain later on in this weekend, but hopefully it stays away. It looks like, looks promising today, but it is definitely hot. This track, it's an all-new layout. I was super excited to see what the liaisons have created in conjunction with Formula Drift. I'm Jared Dienda. Joining me up here in the booth, Matt Sofa. You're going to be down on the line later in qualifying, but yes, you're up here calling the action for our PROSPEC. Let's talk about the track. That's the elephant in the room because, again, we paved some areas, really exciting. Yeah. It's going to be fast, it's going to be flowy, but already out of the gate with what we had set, we have made some changes.
Right.
And they're necessary.
Yeah, we you know, between the liaisons and safety and just the flow of the track, we added an inner clip, but we'll talk about that when we get to the track map. Okay. So yeah, it's a burner out there. I'll tell you, out there all day.
Earlier in practice, we saw quite a tussle between cars. Matt Field and Adam LZ were on the track, so I'm sure if you're watching live or if you want to roll the tape, basically, saw some pretty sensational crashes, which basically we said, okay, let's change this, and that's again the elephant in the room. But really excited about the utilizing the bank, dropping in halfway through overall, but looking forward to a really exciting PROSPEC, how they change this, because, here we are coming off of a great Stafford, Connecticut event. That was just so electric, so cool. I'll say it, I said it, and I'll say it again. It is basically, I would say, top 3 best Formula Drift events ever. That's coming out of Stafford, Connecticut.
That's a bold statement, Jared.
A bold move,
but I agree with you.
It was bold driving, exciting. The fans were educated. They came out. They were so grateful, thankful. What a podium in pro, as far as we saw, and Cameron Sorensen, in PROSPEC, he was on the box, the youngest ever to win an event, and it's really cool. But again, an all-Irish podium in the Pro Championship. That was awesome. So a lot of history being made. But let's take a look at our PROSPEC in Stafford, Connecticut. So look at this young man. I mean, the youth there was absolutely strong. He has a kid who does drift, but Dimitri Brudski, we know him, we love him, multiple PROSPEC champion.
Yeah, I believe this was from seeding here as that was the finals there.
That was the finals there.
And a little bit of a bummer not to see it go all the way, but awesome driving here by everybody. We had everything you want out of a drift course. Big long bank, a big power alley, and it just whittles down the speed, and then you get these great tandems out of it. Just look at these guys just peeling the bumpers off these cars like it is their job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was really exciting. Loved every bit of it, and basically all the cars that didn't have accents, we brought it over here to Indy, right? The Midwest Mayhem, and it's living up to that nickname. Here is the points drivers championship after 2 rounds. So again, this is round 3 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship, and then we have one final round at the Bull Ring in Las Vegas, Sin City, and that will be going down in September. But Dimitri Brudski leads the pack. There it is. Cameron Sorensen talks about him being the youngest ever to podium, but Jerry Johnson, Aiden Copham, they're sitting in 8th. You can see Nick Jimenez, Heichman, Shelly Hansen, Sean Booth. I think he's really promising. He's really rising to the occasion, talking to Spotter. He's looking forward to throwing down. Casey Cole, I believe he only got one run, so definitely interesting. Like I said, it's hot, so bring out the umbrellas, be respectful of your neighbors, but today very thin and lean. I know a lot of people are watching from home and looking forward to seeing head-to-head competition tomorrow for PROSPEC, and Saturday is game day for Pro.
Absolutely. It's Yeah, we're talking about the track kind of change here, but I'll go over the changes here as they haven't been updated in our graphics here. We got the start line. We're going to shoot into the bank, not utilizing the full bank, but they're going to get some angle out of there coming out of that outer zone 1. Now, instead of an outer zone 2, on the opposite side of that outer zone 2 track and a little further west, if you will be an inner clip 1, or the first inner clip, and then everything else is as business as usual, zone 3 and then 4, 5, and the zone 6 and 7 are actually truncated, so they're actually a lot more narrow, so they're more of like a touch and go because they're on a flat surface before the finish line, and then that last one on that other side of the bank. So we were just talking about how much carnage we've already seen in practice, and unfortunately we've seen so many cars move this wall, and we had to make adjustments for not only safety but the flow of the course here too.
Push it out a little further, and some people will say, well, just remove the wall. Well, if you look on this is it earlier, so Adam LZ, Matt Field, Adam leading, bang, Matt punts him. Ooh,
good
Adam
night.
goes really hard into the wall. Look at that, and it's, I mean, we've seen E36 get written off before from Adam LZ in St. Louis, but here he is. So I mean, look at our staff jumping on it immediately.
Ricky on it, dude.
Yeah, right on it. But talking to again Adam LZ spotter, Sean Booth spotter, they said the car's getting aligned.
Yeah, he was kind of after the fact. I think he was letting the chip settle there and on a golf cart, and he's like, "You think it'll be fixed?" And I'm like, "Or fixable?" And I'm like, "I think so."
Yeah.
He had a steering column like come loose. I mean, it was a real dog's breakfast out there. I'll tell you that.
What? I don't even know what you're saying. A dog's breakfast? It's just a slop.
Yeah.
It's like a mess. Like he'll eat it up.
It was just a lot of action. Even in PROSPEC practice, we had a couple guys going to the wall, and Gal is Shelly got a piece of that too. And yeah, it was we had to make some adjustments, but now between the liaisons, our director Kevin Wells, we got all dialed in.
You can see the paved areas there. Look at that. So again, Formula Drift and Indy Raceway Pike IRP jump back, and here is our seating bracket. So you got to keep in mind that we have pre-seated drivers and then backfilling with the 8. So the great 8 will join the other. Do the math. 24. So that's what we're going to be seeing. So again, 24 pre-seated drivers, and you want to advance on. Some drivers will have an automatic buy run going in, but again, advancing on into the great 8. But looking forward to some great battles. Matt Ruseski, Hop Lamazian. I was just talking to Brian Hop Spotter, who is former FD champion, Chelsea Denofa.
In the building. All right.
Yeah, he's in the building. Dustin Miles, Matt Schulman, Homer Rahimi. So Catrone, I was talking to his spotter up top and seeing what's going on here. Catrone, just trying to feel the flow. He's been fighting some kind of car issues here and there, but overall, just need to bring it all together.
Yeah, I believe Catrone's tandem partner there hasn't shown up today, so I think he's going to have a little fast pass in the grade 8 for our seating. So the pressure's kind of off of him. But on the other side, we didn't talk about Carson Ruger and Levi Waite, Lewis Lands going against Jacob Duncan, Boss and Kaufman, and Rawlings and who's back? Jaden Motorana.
Yeah. So Drifter J, the young gun. So looks like we are we going to go to Dustin Miles?
We're skipping, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
That's interesting there because on the bracket it should be Matt Ruseski, and Brian Hop Lamazian, aka Brian Hop. Just truncate that name, like you said. Those 6 and 7, or basically 5. Basically 5 and 6 now since we moved that zone 2 or the first interclipping point. But we'll walk you through it. But there it is.
Yeah,
so,
I can see him in the distance here off camera. That is going to be Ruseski and Hop.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to what this Lord Co. I saw him driving, looking good earlier, very fluid, looking fast. Hop Lamazian, we know what kind of talent he is. It's just coming together.
Right.
It's just really striking when you can. And again, I've seen Brian Hop drive so amazingly at E-Town. The car is a weapon, unarguably the S chassis, just such a storied background, very capable. The Nissan 350Z or 370Z, and obviously just that Z chassis becoming more and more popular. So this could really go any way. But I think this, if you're driving this, knowing what you've seen, you're out there on the course, what's your tactics if you're driving? Because I know you compete, you drive, you have fun, you shred. What kind of mindset would you have?
At this level and seating, you kind of want almost a looser car. Just get through the car, just drive the car, and try not to overdrive it and overgrip it, and try and drive beyond your capabilities. Just make it smooth. It'll get you about halfway there, and that's almost sometimes all you need.
Yeah. All right. So again, lead and chase. So Ruseski will lead, and then Hop Lamazian. Hop will give chase. So one car leads, one car chases. They'll swap, and then our judges will critique. We are not utilizing the Wally basically the race data labs. I know Michael's watching from home, but right now, as again, a couple of the units got pretty banged up, so we're going to salvage those for when we need them in qualifying. Here we go. So Matt out front, that Lordco Nissan Z initiates, Hop Lamazy initiates. He is down on the bank, but you can see the Lordco vehicle nice and high. Hop Lamazy taking that lower line. He does nail that inside clip. Now just dialing it back a little bit, like you said, letting the car go in front of him. And look at the massive angle there. Hop keeps his composure there, getting dusted in the smoke there, bringing it up tight to the wall. Now coming down this power alley, that's when the little, touch and go. He straightens out. Whoa. That was a big hit there.
Touch and go. He bashed and went.
Yeah, that was definitely smash and grab.
Yeah, he was, in other puns, as they come around that outer bank there, I really liked what I saw from Ricchetti coming off that bank, just using all the angle that Z. Need a little more. I think that's what kind of choked up Hop there. I think he's expecting more angle here, but he does throw it in there in the lead position there, and Hop does reel him back in. I really like what we saw here in that chase position, but real smooth out front from Ricchetti, using all the angle and the momentum to get through the course here. Filled the zones up really well here. Just there with the touch and go. I mean, he's going from white line to white line, and here he even was on the other side of the wall and kept it together. I don't think that'll be an incomplete. That was right at the finish line, is about 10 feet beyond where he contacted was, so we might have to kind of pick that apart a little bit, but he's pulling up to the line, which is commendable, because that was not a light touch.
Yeah, but fortunately that Z does have some good overhang, so looks like he didn't bash that back right corner, or the wheel at least in, but definitely banged the wall. Now Hop Lamazy's got the fresh air. Let's see what he could do with it. Yes, sir! That's the initiation we know he has. Looks like the car grips up, he shoots down, but that was a good line. Oh boy! Hop backs it in, and there it is, that back left. He looked like it might have bent that wheel in, might have at least defeated, the GT radial tire, the official tire of PROSPEC. And Hop,
that thing is
pointing the wrong direction.
Yeah, thing's hunting, and the rest of the car's fishing.
Yep. Oh man, Hop just going too hard. Yeah.
See that active toe in the rear?
Wow.
See that? Whoa, a little bit to unpack here. He came out swinging in that fresh air that Hop did, but the short-term gain. And short-term loss, unfortunately, is the fridge out there picking up the pieces.
Keeping it cool, man. Dropping taillights, body parts, all of it.
Absolutely.
Toyota Gazoo Racing, sponsor of Formula Drift Championship. Brake type as highlights also.
I really liked his aggression here, but the car just gripped up right at the end here. You can see the left foot braking, trying to get out, back in composure. Ricchetti keeping it together, though. You're giving him some room to breathe there. Try to get that outer zone, too, that does not exist there. Remember, we're going for that inner clip there, Hop, as we get through the course here. And he's just trying to muscle that basically one-wheel wonder through the rest of the course, and that's going to be it for Hop, as that isn't incomplete.
Oh, so gutted for Brian Hop. I mean,
just
a lot of momentum from Connecticut. I was talking to Chelsea DeNofa, and he says a lot of momentum coming from Connecticut, but it's not going to pay off. Look at battered and bruised. That back left corner.
Night.
So Brian Hop, but I think, there it is, Matt Ricchetti, as he gets the win. Brian Hop knocked out. So the Lordco Nissan Z gets the win and is moving on. So such a bummer for Brian Hop, but that is the way the cookie crumbles, or the tire debeads, the wheel goes the wrong way. Man.
Yeah. As I was pulling in here last night, I was like, all right, we're in the Midwest. I'm back.
Yeah.
You've been traveling around the Midwest a little bit lately, huh?
Yeah, did Minnesota, Wisconsin, where you're from, and it was awesome going to Grid Live and a bunch of other things. So Dustin Miles, congratulations to him and his lady. A little gender reveal. They're gonna have a boy, so congratulations to them and their family. Cabanero on the line. Styles for Miles, got the mid wheels. Pulling up from the burnout box and to the start line. Let's see what we got with this FDF race shop, man.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of missing panels here off the get-go. I ain't going to lie to you. We ain't going to sugarcoat it. There's been some scars off camera.
Battle damage throughout today. Yeah, look at that thing banged up.
But they're in it.
Yep. All right, staying in it. Let's see what we got here. Dustin Miles will lead in that Nissan S13. Grabs another gear and throws it up into the bank. Good, consistent, not overcooking it, just finding that right pace.
Not overcooking it.
No, he does overcook it. Holy cow. So Dustin Miles with a major mistake out front, parks it where Brian Hopp did as well. And Cabot, this is a major advantage because he's the chase vehicle. Once that lead car shuts it down, he obviously can't go anywhere. So that's going to be a practice, basically, finality of that run. And now here is Dustin Miles sitting on incomplete.
Yeah.
You want to put down a good lead run, and then, I mean, I think it's a major advantage to be the lead car in the first run.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, I mean, in this instance,
yeah.
Because, you know, you got the clean air, you know, you don't have to chase, you don't have to door him.
Let's see if we can see what happened here. The angle, I seen not so much angle during the bank, but then I think he just turned it off too late.
Yeah, he was high on that bank for a while.
Yeah. Cardoso just, giving us the show here as he continues out his not lead lap here when he started in chase, of course. So that's going to be a huge deficit for Mr. Miles here. Now he get a chance to chase down Cardoso after this last replay. You can just see him understeer disaster. He just booped the wall there. It's a good save, but unfortunately, it's not going to save his run.
No. All right, so here we are going to take a look. What is going on with Dustin Miles? Taking a look at that front left corner. Didn't look.
Oh yeah, that's a no-no. They can't. I don't think he called a 5.
Yeah, you could see the officials if you know, to get hands on the car, you need to call a comp timeout and utilize that. That might.
Yeah, and if they might have started it then, because if they put hands on it, they'll start the clock then. So looks like Miles is heading back to the pits. We got a lot of acreage here at Lucas Speedway.
IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park, not to be confused with Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where they hold Indy 500 just down the road. Had a really great Type S night lights last night.
Yeah. I flew in way too late to attend, but
yeah,
it's a good time.
Yeah, you were thrashed. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really great. Speedway, Indiana, just in the shadow of IMS. Thank you to, obviously, Toyota Gazoo Racing. Thank you to also PRI, Formula Drift, obviously, in conjunction. Larry Chen, Sung Kang was out there giving an extended trailer preview of Drifter the movie. Yeah, it's cool. So it's looking forward to that. His passion project, as he says, his love letter to the drifting community, automotive world. So it was awesome having Sung there. Our 3 judges scrutinizing the runs here at this round of competition: Reese Marin, Brian Egger, and Robin Ishida. Vernon Svanveld just lurking in the shadows like Bane. The Howard's Cans Corvette. This is a Christian Catrone. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, and not Crutoul, as we said earlier. He was a no-show, so that's going to be a bye run for Christian Catrone out of the field camp.
That's just, again, at this point, you just want to get into tomorrow's main event. So
yeah.
this is. I was again upstairs. His spotters doing double duty, spotting for Osoli and Catrone, and second year has been spotting for Osoli, but you know, Catrone, a newcomer to the Formula Drift ProSpec world, really nice guy, professional in marketing and content and all that stuff. So really good dude. Just every turn of the wheel, just learning something else with that vehicle, finding out the limitations or the expectations of this vehicle. So Christian Catrone on the start line will have a bye run, advancing on to the 32. Maximum just giving it the minimum there.
Giving him the finger.
Yeah, giving him the get out of here. Get out of here. Lay out and listen. Christian Catrone. That's good. That's a confidence builder for him right there. Getting this. It's called a practice run, but in this case, this is a small little victory for him. Getting in 32, doesn't have to push too hard to make it in, but there he is. So Christian will advance on into the top 32.
Yeah, it's just like qualifying. A lot of drivers say that's like the most pressure they'll have all weekend, because once they're in.
Yeah. So as this cookie crumbles or the wall gets bashed, the action will continue. We'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back with round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. Stay cool, everybody.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon ImageProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
All right, beautiful backdrop there. Looking like I always say it looks like the Toy Story wallpaper. Looks like Andy's up there. You see Toy Story
Andy
5
went
yet?
to, no, I haven't.
Bro, amazing. You want to cry?
I heard, yeah.
You looking for a good cry?
That's who was talking about it. I was like, someone was talking about it. It was you. You're like, oh, I just got my heartstrings
Everything's
pulled.
on payroll because I'm like promoting it. It's like Deadpool 2. I was definitely on payroll because I'm telling everybody to go see Deadpool.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. All right. So, oh boy, what's
Oh,
going on
dear.
here? I am only seeing one car. So D Miles is out. Man, that is unfortunate. So Cabot with this FDF race shop just said he's out.
Yeah, I don't know if this. We get a little conversation here. Might be low on power, fuel pump failure for Miles.
Shoot, man, dropping like flies. Cabot, not the prettiest there, but he's gonna get it done because the FDF race shop. I mean, I think that's a G, right?
A G?
What car is that?
It's an S chassis.
It's an S chassis. I mean, it looked like Infinity.
You're like, look, it's like looking through a kaleidoscope
like,
with a
what
pretzel.
is happening? Yeah. Right, I thought it was a G35 for a second, right?
Not even.
Yeah. It's so banged up, it's unrecognizable, man.
Man, you should have seen Adam's car. That was.
I know, dude. I know. We're gonna see Adam's car later,
I
and
hope so.
it's gonna look like an S chassis, like literally the shape of an S.
You
Even
really
though it's driving
went
a
from
BMW.
E and went through all the alphabet right to S.
Right. All right, so Schulman is in a competition timeout. Catrone moves on. Again, Cabot moves on. So now we're going against, now we got Carson Ruger versus Levi Waite.
All right, couple BMW boys.
Yeah. All right. The Drift Doctor, he's going to check the pulse there on Carson Ruger, see what we can do as Cabot does get a victory, and we will see how he does against Shecky. They got all the fair food here. Jacob's son gave me a deep fried butterball. Tell me you're in the Midwest, and I'll tell me you're in the Midwest.
You got those EMTs
It was
on
pretty good, dude.
That sounds like a.
I like took a bite and I like.
Did you feel your artery?
Oh God, yeah. I'm like, oh, can't breathe, can't breathe. All right, Carson warming up. Saw him and his gang. I think we're on the same flight actually.
Can't miss him.
Yeah, you can't miss him. Yeah, and the Garagistic BMW. He is Rome's spotter. So I know Rome's a busy man up here in the spotting booth as well. So Ruger and Waite. So saw Levi, him and his, want to send a shout out to his crew member. They were in that terrible accident in Connecticut. He's like, man, it was great. We just showed up and didn't have anything crazy. Holy cow, that is a corn dog, my man. I don't know what's breaded there, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Carson Ruger out front. It looks like he's going to have some deep fried GT radial tires there up on the bank. He drops in. Look at the green noses going in. And Levi Waite does not wait for Ruger. He applies the pressure there, almost dooring him. Literally, now they transition into those outside zones. Again, the quick little, you can see them right there. See the chevrons on the fence there? It's a hit it and quit it. Bang, right there. Good execution by Carson Ruger. And Waite kept it. He
came to party.
Yeah, he came correct.
Yeah.
He came correct. He was applying the pressure there. Don't know if Carson was slowing up or was he too aggressive. Let's take a look.
I really liked Carson's approach here on the bank. He stayed with it for the most part and drew that line, and Waite just obviously was right there with him, and dropping a couple tires there. Actually, we can't see that through our what you like to call our truth serum, but Waite is a little late to the transition there. Ruger still staying smooth as he gets real close to that wall and doing a great job positioning the car where he absolutely needed to. And Levi was right there with him the whole time. Great execution by both parties. I think the only thing to take away, Levi was just a little half a cup behind on his transitions. He could have anticipated just a little sooner.
Yeah, he was going in and out, right? So got close to him, had to back off. So if you're consistent with that, but that could be what you just need to do as far as the chase goes. Having, just again, we push the schedule back an hour just to accommodate, give everybody a little bit more time. Modifying the track, giving everybody a little more practice session if they're up and running. But here we go. So Levi Waite now leads. Carson Ruger chasing him down. So old school, new school, BMWs. Carson keeps it consistent. There we go. That's a good flowy line from Waite, and he uses all of the course. Waite is really rising to the occasion here in Indy. This track is suiting his style really well. Carson, and look at that. So you can see progressively getting more aggressive as the track goes down. Carson initiates, doesn't get out to that last little hit and quit.
Ruger didn't.
Ruger, excuse me, thank you.
No
Ruger in that chase position. So did not get out the outside zone, but Levi Waite definitely did. So good execution. So some mistakes on both sides, but good lead runs for both drivers, I gotta say.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna, look at it at face value, I think that tire drop in that first run might be the crux of Waite's situation here, because he went way wide. I think he's not supposed to hit that little painted. That's no longer a zone over there, so I'm not sure if that was just a result of his mistake going too wide before that inner clip, but could have been a little deeper there versus Ruger's in his lead, and also there Ruger was kind of uncharacteristically further away there towards the finish, but Waite did a decent job of giving Ruger something to bite on as far as the chase run goes. Looking very aggressive on the bank. Ruger didn't have the proximity, but he did have the line. He's kind of waiting to strike here, and he does that as they get back in the inner portion of the course here, as Waite is piloting that E36 through, getting to that touch and go, and like I said, not as smooth looking, but you can see just the little adjustments there kind of being exaggerated in that older E chassis, and Ruger does a good job of showing his temperament there. But like I said, we'll go back to that first run, and Levi really cut the course coming off the bank in his chase run, and I think that's going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah. All right, let's see who has the we got a full pull, both of them running, both vehicles.
Yes, we do.
Come out unscathed, didn't get into a tussle with the wall. The Drift Doctor.
They got most of their parts, so.
Yeah.
The Drift Doctor out of Colorado.
Yeah. Like I said, making that long trek. Going to be a little closer to home there with Las Vegas, but we have, as far as pro goes, we have Seattle in between that.
That's
just
right.
North of Seattle. Here we go. So which way we slide him? Slide him left for Carson, right for Levi Waite. And so one more time. One more time, and one more time. So unanimously, totally agree. Like I said, I think both of them had pretty good lead runs, places where they can tighten it up. Chase, that's where the deal gets, like I said, Levi, I think, did just enough. Carson was progressively he was smooth, but didn't strike when he needed to. I think if he hit that outside zone 7, that would have really kind of nailed him in the coffin, but we'll see. But all right.
Yeah, Ruger, before we get to this next battle, I feel like came off the bank a lot sooner too, so maybe that was another deduction. But here we go. Is our next battle lined up?
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Schulman and Human Rahimi. This would go either way. We always talk about which Human we're gonna get.
Yeah, which one? More human or less human?
Yeah, he can really dial it in. Seen some great driving from him over the years. And Schulman has such a good attitude. You see him, he's like, happy to be here, man. Happy to put down a good run. We know he's got it in him. So again, this is fairly equally matched battle here between these two drivers. Let's see Schulman out front in that S chassis. Ooh, he comes out of angle and drops down. That is not what you want.
What, maybe? I don't think there was a restart. No restart.
Is that a restart? Was that a clean start? Just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so Schulman just not 100, kids.
We'll get some insight on there.
So Schulman now just stepping out. You know, you got to think just with the heat too, getting just a few runs in, guessthesplit.com, Hooman Rahimi. So if that was a clean start, that will be a major advantage for Hooman Rahimi and Schulman. You wonder what's going on. We did find out that there was just a power issue with Miles.
Yeah, that was one of his crew guys messaging our chat that there was a fuel pump and the engine was losing power essentially. So didn't want to risk it, especially with a bank and these walls. Better to be safe than right off a car.
Yeah, but unfortunately that does mean he will not be in tomorrow's main event.
True that.
And Schulman pulls up to not on the wrong side of the wall, so I'm gathering that he'll probably call a comp timeout.
He has.
He already has? Okay.
So that may be it.
So another case here, similar to Dustin, just didn't have the power. Goes to initiate, we'll see what goes down. What were your expectations seeing the track map and again just debuting that? And, you know, so there's a bye run.
Yeah, because
so he's just out.
Yeah.
Wow. So another case of Dustin, like a Dustin Miles scenario. All right. So Hooman Rahimi with a bye run, he will advance on. So good, powerful run right there. He's dropping, man.
Yeah, I love when they just pour on the angle there. You know, really drive the car with intention.
I can't remember who it was earlier in practice. I think it might have been Dempster. Or somebody was just really hanging out there, every angle transitioning and just really laying it back and just hanging out. I'm like, I don't know how you chase that, dude.
Because it sounds like what Jerry Johnson last
last
round.
Oh. Jerry's like his last run. Yeah, I mean, but he's a fairly quick driver. But man, all right. So bummer there for Schulman, but you know who's stoked? Hooman Rahimi. He will be advancing on, and we'll see him in tomorrow's main event, top 32.
So that we got our first side of the bracket through.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on. We're gonna let those Carson Ruger and Levi wait. You know, get their cars turned around, and maybe we'll see Louis Lons and Jacob Duncan.
Yeah, and Lons got into the wall earlier. He just floated right into the flat section of the wall. So yeah, Louis Lons. I believe that's
Kaufman out there actually.
Yeah,
that's an FC. So is that Alan Boss behind him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he took a wall hit here, and that's another car that's going to be, yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
it's like Mad Max. Like it's kind of neat to see once in a while. You know, just seeing all the inner bits working and the belts, you know, just turning away. And
yeah, it is crazy seeing like the cars just unskinned.
Yeah.
Just seeing the skeletal work, taking the doors off, the fenders. All right. Out of that burnout box, that is Alan Boss. We talked about him going hard into the wall earlier. Let's see if the car is back up and running.
That was a hard one.
So Boss will lead Kaufman at Taxi Garage FC RX-7. Always a sucker for a clean FC. And there are the stats. Alan Boss and Ryan Kaufman. Taxi Garage customizing some sweet crazy carts. You know, my man Christopher Pulvorty just got one hooked up by K&N and Taxi Garage. Pretty sweet. The thing is super powerful. I think next round he should enter in Taxi Garage crazy car.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Alan Boss initiates into that bank. Nice job by Boss. Gets he knocked those cobwebs out. Goes into the wall and no. So overcooks it. Almost goes into that wall, but. That will be a major deficit. So,
like a clown nose over the filter.
Right.
Well, you were saying?
How do you think, you know, all these guys are on the same GT radial tires, same size, not so much the manufacturer. Obviously, everybody's on GT radials. But the tire spec that they're on, do you think that kind of hampers by comparison from PROSPEC to Pro and having this?
Absolutely. Coming off of that bank, having to scrub that speed with, you know, much less of a sidewall. It's only a 35 series sidewall compared to the 4295s that are in pros. Like you get a little more, cushion and obviously a lot more track width in the pros. So you really got to kind of lean on your suspension setup in the situation here. Look at, he had a 4-wheel drift going in there, but so hands off to him and keeping it out of the concrete this time.
I saw Kaufman predict it. You know, he was going in, you saw him locking up. He's like, I am not following you. He saw him into no man's land or the wall zone. So here's Kaufman.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, getting target fixated is a bad thing, but they got to keep an eye on that inner clip, maybe help him get a scooch down there.
All right, seeing what's going on here. Kaufman had some words with Max, but no, okay. Just maybe seeing what's cooking. But Kaufman now out front, he has an advantage here. He doesn't need to do too much. Just place the car properly, get good angle up there on the bank. Holy cow, Alan Voss comes in. Oh boy. Oh, comes out unscathed. Works almost yeeted into the wall, but the taxi garage, crazy taxi, comes on in, and as long as he keeps between the line, look at those quick little elevation changes you don't really see. Goes, you know, to the flat portion, back up on the wall, and Kaufman in the taxi garage FC RX-7 will get the victory. Alan Voss, unfortunately, has been downgraded to not being in the 32. So unfortunate for the Eatworks Z. But Kaufman will move on here in the seating brackets, as well as finding a spot in the 32. Here's our Racer Network replay.
Yeah, so you can see Kaufman. I really like Kaufman's run there. He's using a little bit of all of his tools in his tool bag there, getting through the line there. Did a great job of getting close to that inner clip, and you know he has to complete this run in his lead so to solidify that win, and he does just that here as we get through a couple touch and goes through the finish, showing us why he's here.
All right. This is going to be a quick verdict here as we'll move on to the next pair. We'll be going back to the BMW battle. So it's a slide right for Mr. Ryan Kaufman. Ryan Kaufman gets the win and moves on. So before we move on and back to our one more time of Ruger and Waite, we'll take a short break here at IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park. The Midwest Mayhem continues when we come back here in Indy.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Welcome back here to IRP4FD, Formula Drift, round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. We are revisiting the one more time battle of Ruger and Waite. Both of them had good lead runs. chase runs a little bit lacking. So again, it's either consistency, weight was kind of surging back and forth. Ruger, I think Ruger did a really good job, but that last outside hit and quit right before the finish line kind of had a little glitch there. So both rooms for improvement on both the drivers, and I couldn't agree more with the judges. I thought one more time was the appropriate verdict, and it was unanimous.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
what, do you not agree with them? You want to fight them? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's
They're
go.
right here.
I'm afraid of Reese.
Of all the people, Reese? I don't know. Robbie seems like the silent assassin. Thumb War? Rochambeau.
Yeah, when he yells at you in Spanish, man.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. He is like an angry Colombian mom.
I was going to say a crazy Colombian.
Matthew Sopa, get down here right now. Yeah, he's throwing he'll throw his shoe at you like a boomerang. Let's go. Get in the car.
Who throws a shoe?
Carson Ruger. Who throws a shoe? Really? That really hurt. Carson Ruger out front. Levi Waite in the chase position. Ruger across the nose of the old BMW E36. Ruger much better, higher and tighter like a fastball pitch. Goes in an inside clip. Again, making those modifications. Ruger, nasty initiation. It comes out just a little bit. You see him yanking the handbrake. Just a little touch. But look at Levi Waite, very patient in that chase position.
Right.
That was really good composure and control. Ruger backs it in. Wow, it's almost like a truck. What?
Yeah, remember last round, Waite actually took second in seeding. Didn't progress far enough in the tournament to knock it out of seeding here. So these guys got both on the line here as Ruger's trying to make up for, missing out on Atlanta, and he does just that into the bank here. But then it kind of fell apart. He really swung this thing and really lost a lot of momentum here, and he tried to make up for it. Like you said, Jared, grabbing a handbrake to get it extended that zone. Waite doing a good job. I thought they made a contact there in the live action, but looked like they kept it together here nice and clean until right there, a little boop at that touch and go. So he, I don't have Wally to confirm, but that was 100% Phil there in that last touch and go if I saw anything. But so he kept it together, kept it drifting to the finish line. So now Levi gets the clean air in his green BMW, and Ruger will give chase.
Regardless, a lime green BMW will get the victory, but who's going to be?
Yeah, we got cherry lime and lime.
Lime. Yeah. What's your favorite? No.
Yeah, we won't go there.
All right, here we go. Levi Waite in the, again, Drift Doctor BMW initiates. Carson gives himself maybe too much room here, but here goes Levi. Good flowy there. Again, Carson now with the composure. Looks like Levi Waite. Good angle from him. Want to see that overhead before I jump to any conclusions here. Coming into view, Levi, see that little late kind of transition there. Yeah. Definitely kind of my reaction as well. I want to see that overhead.
There was another thing on you're talking about the actual initiation.
Yeah.
It looked a little tardy. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it looked like he was into the zone before it got. That was super late. That's a wag of the finger there. So as Ruger kept it together, and but that's going to be a huge deficit against Waite there in the lead. I believe that's an incomplete. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong.
Failure to launch. I think I mean, you got to think if Ruger was applying the pressure more, that would be hard to chase him. That's what it really comes down to. It's not so much of, yes, it was late, but again, it's really hard to chase with that failure launch.
Yeah, it wasn't even late. It was very late for a couple business days. So
Waite was late, unfortunately, but hey, I think he has definitely advanced as a driver. He has some great driving out here today, just not enough. Forced it to go one more time, but Carson just a little more tidy. But I'll tell you what, Carson still does have some room for improvement, but some good driving, enough to get it done. Not only advance in the seeding brackets, but getting one of those coveted 8 spots to see top 32 competition. All right, and Byron making another cameo here.
Yeah, so I forgot that Lance kind of
Lance hit that wall
late in practice.
Yeah, so. he just floated right parallel to the wall. So his whole driver's side of his BMW slammed into the wall. That back left corner took the brunt of the damage, but it was just straight, just floated right into that wall where we saw a couple of the guys going earlier. So unfortunately, Louis Lance is knocking himself out. If you build it, they will come. Is this a field of dreams?
Oh man, get some sweet corn going.
Can't catch me. Here we go. So, all right, lay out and listen. Jacob Duncan dunking the ball here in his S chassis. Max checking on him, seeing what's going on. And Jacob Duncan with a bye run will advance on. He goes against Carson Ruger. Okay, so there it is. Jacob Duncan with his bye run. He's coming in hot, dude. Just absolutely hammering down, just burning those GT radials down. One more battle left in the 16. Jaden Mortarana and Kelsey Rawlings. And Kelsey kind of find the car a little bit. Saw her kind of snapping back here and there. And Jaden, it's good to see him. Hopefully his car is 100, the kids say.
100.
Tripper J, this young driver, we know what he's capable of. So again, Kelsey as well. I know Jaden had some car issues in Connecticut. He packed his things up before the sun went down. He was ready to go. But
unfortunately missed Atlanta as well. So he's got some ground to make up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, had a bit of a struggle bus this season. Men's pro qualifying coming up at 8 o'clock. Local time is 4:46. So again, do the math. Quite a bit of time between. Let the pro drivers warm up. All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll see Kelsey Rawlings and Jaden Mortarana.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jackson Orr. I'm a class of 2023 UNOH graduate. I went through the High Performance Motorsports program at UNOH. That enabled me to be here with the pros. Now I'm the crew chief with Forsberg Racing and Chris Forsberg, traveling all across the world with him, prepping his demo cars, prepping his drift cars, making sure he's ready for the track. UNOH gave me the skill set to work in a fast-paced environment and understand what I'm looking at. If you want to learn more, go to unoh.edu and check it out.
Welcome back here. As you can see, downtown Indy off in the distance. Beautiful backdrop here. Had some great just additions. You know, obviously we've modified our season to obviously Stafford, Connecticut, here in Indy, and then Las Vegas. So
shake it up.
Yeah, with that we dropped a few different rounds, which again just serving different markets. I'm
Might
looking
circle
forward
back,
to
may not.
everybody come on out, support, because we're pulling from definitely different cities and different kind of just the Midwest in general, pulling from Chicago, pulling from just all over the Midwest. So excited to see who comes out, who supports.
I know who's coming out.
Who's that?
Both my sister's families are coming out this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really pumped because they've never been to FD event, and so I'm really excited for them to experience this. Yeah.
Are they going to get deep fried butterballs?
That's
the big question. All right. So as we are waiting for our next battle, our final battle in 16 here in seeding brackets, who's going to advance on? We talk about Jaden and Kelsey. Let's look at some of our pro driving we've seen this year as the Shanahan boys. We talked about them getting the box. All things began at round 1 in Long Beach, and what a season it's been. Jack Shanahan and Connor Shanahan came out on top. So there are the boys, there are the pros, and a little Norwegian sandwich there with Freddie in the middle. And Atlanta, the iconic 23 years. Von Gitt Jr. comes back.
The
says,
disruptor.
Hey, doing it for the gray hairs. Doing it for the old gray beards. And Von Gitt Jr., he stuck his Mustang in the mashed potatoes, but it was him and James Dean 1 and 2.
Amazing. Yeah, that's why I nicknamed him last year, was the disruptor, because he just comes in here.
All right, so Odie Bakshis, he is, I'll tell you what, earlier when we watched practice, Odie he ran out of, you know what I'm talking about. He just went into practice like he's been here a million times.
Yeah, I was like, no room given.
Right, that's what I'm saying, dude. Odie, I mean, he's got to put it together, man. You love James, 5-time champion, but just, you know, obviously, who's going to take him down? Who's going to take down James Dean? I mean, again, 5-time champion, always in contention. Could, you know, just, could he do it again? You know, here we are.
Connecticut, isn't it?
Yeah, Connecticut. So, again, very, very cool. An all-Irish podium. These gentlemen, again, Connor being shown by his brother and James. I mean, they're practically, James Dean, Bakshis, and Brandon Sorensen's currently sitting in third.
Kind of just waiting in the weeds.
Yeah, whatever you said. The what? The weeds?
Waiting in the weeds. Like we talk about James and like Odie and stuff, but we got Brandon Sorensen there.
Yeah.
Top 3. We're halfway through.
Incredible. Incredible. I'm only seeing Kelsey Rawlings.
I'm with
not
you on that.
Seeing Jaden. I was talking about him having car issues. What is status? Are we going to see Jaden on the line, or is Kelsey just going to get a bye run? Oh, I might be seeing him off of the distance. Yeah, so again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kelsey Rawlings, she has a few different cars she competes in, but so just want to make sure an official Jaden is out. And I'm seeing by run. So a belt or something. So, man, what? Oh, Jaden's got to be gutted. Connecticut, you know, oh, man, what a bummer for Jaden. But Kelsey Rawlings Stokes, she's in 32, so she will take a bye run. So a combination of, you know, here we are now officially halfway through the season. Can the cars survive? Can they run? You know, it's all about consistency, you know, like, again, we've seen people win a championship without winning an event, meaning like top spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can be done, but it's about consistency, attrition, keeping the car together.
Especially with how much these PROSPEC rounds are weighted, as we mentioned.
There's only 4 rounds.
Again. Yeah, you know, it means so
battle
much.
counts.
Yeah.
And there it is. Kelsey Rawlings gets the bye run. She is locked in for 32, and obviously moving on here in the seeding bracket. So our grade 8 has been shaped here in seeding brackets. We got Matt Rashecki, we got Cabot Cardoso, Human Rahimi, Chris Catrone on one side. Then you got Carson Ruger, Jacob Duncan, Ryan Kaufman, and Kelsey Rawlings. Rashecki.
Yeah. Just a little tip for you.
I know. Sometimes it is Control-Alt-Delete, just reset. But, yeah, there it is. So, Rashecki versus Cardoso.
Yeah, so Cardoso had a bye run.
Yep.
As Miles had bow out, and so now we get not G, but a Z and an S chassis.
Okay, I'm sorry. I digress.
It's
just like
I'm only human.
The bulbous of the big snuffleupagus intake manifold threw me off. All right.
But also a little younger in the game, out of Florida, and Rashetsky out of the north of the 49 lap. Yeah.
America's hat.
Is that what it is?
Canada. All right, so here we go. Matt Rashetsky will lead. Cardoso will chase him down. Who's moving on to the Final Four? Let's see what we got with this Lordco Nissan Z. Now ripping into that outside zone. A lot more confident here as he advances on, you know, getting that position out of the way, but man, looking solid there in the outside zone now. Coming through the S's, look at Cardoso applying pressure there, trying to make him sweat, force a mistake. But Rashetsky biting back, no problem. And across the finish line. A good straight up battle there.
Yeah,
Nice job by Rashetsky out front.
Absolutely, Joe. I was just going to say, like, just love the angle he's pouring out of that car in that transitions and really trying to shake up the chase driver, which not intentional, but it's definitely more difficult to chase when you're actually putting it all out there, but still in the correct lines here. As you can see the angle on the top here as Cardoso is sacrificing a little bit of that angle to keep up with that Z of Rashetsky out front here is Cardoso, and they bring it out in that outer zone 6. Bring it around. Cardoso just a half hair behind there in the transitions, but nothing to sneeze about as we finish up that first battle, and Cardoso will get the clean air in that semi-skinned S chassis.
See? Again, barely tell what it is. It's a motor with wheels.
It's the Shell's Nissan. I'll tell you, that's about it.
Okay, Rashetsky, FDF Race Shop, now will be leading. And I'll tell you, Rashetsky, he needs to be right there. He needs to be present. This isn't just going to be a quick little victory. Oh, wow, he shreds. Oh, boy.
No.
Oh, boy. Wrong, pointed the wrong way. And,
no,
buddy.
What happened?
Oh, man, it's a piñata party right now. So runs over to him. Oh, boy.
He didn't have to. Okay?
Yeah,
he didn't have to.
I think that's the biggest thing there. I mean, you know, we saw Cardoso go up into the wall, and then
fiberglass was flying, and then all of a sudden a Z comes out of left field and parks it. And
oh, such a bummer.
Yeah.
I think he just glitched. I think it's more about making sure he didn't hit. I think it was Rashetsky didn't want to get into Cabot, and I think he forgot about, like, oh, I got to stop this thing.
Yeah, let's check it out. So you can see him, he's in the wall, abandoned ship, but he's back on the gas.
But it just looped though.
Jeez, Pete, that thing took out the inner wall too.
It seemed like the smoke was going from one vehicle. Watch Rashetsky's car, that overhead. He turned it back on.
Yeah.
And just panicked. He pushed all the buttons.
But yeah, he
just like I
so
said,
he's
panicked.
like, oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah, look at him. Watch.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pass him, and then oh wait.
Look at all of it. Yeah. He did all of it. Wow.
Well, all's not lost because you know he is in the tournament for tomorrow. So both these gentlemen will be.
Oh
actually.
Man. All right. Well. Yeah,
maybe they won't go to the final.
Yeah, both of them are in 32. They have some time to work on it, but that's going to be a victory for Rashetsky because Cardoso he made the mistake up front, but this is injury to a success. So it's a little unfortunate for Rashetsky because he made that mistake and then he hits that wall.
Other good news, he's in the Final Four in our seeding bracket. He's qualified first, so that.
he got a third place in the seeding brackets regardless if he pulls up to the line.
Yeah.
I mean, now the crew's got to get to work not only for just today but for tomorrow for both these guys.
Right.
Wow. So unfortunate turn of events. Yeah, like I said, it definitely seemed like Rashetsky up here talking with the judges, and he definitely pressed all the pedals and pulled all the levers and hit all the buttons. Just unfortunately, parachute didn't pop out to stop him in that wall. Go Gadget parachute.
I sympathize because you make those like in the moment decisions, and it's always easy to look back. You know, yeah, I should have just shut it down immediately, but
Straight mental lapse.
you know, sometimes you want to put on a show.
I mean, that was Cardoso out front. He made the mistake out front. Yeah, it was definitely Cabot, Cardoso. He had the mistake out front and was not impeded at all by Reshetsky. I don't know why he turned it back on.
And like violently, like it wasn't just like he was on it and then I think he said, oops.
Yeah. All right, so as we can see literally under the hoods with a lot of these vehicles because they're Sans, but let's go under the hood with Matt Field and his C8 Drift Corvette. Got to see that thing at Goodwood Festival Speed, by the way.
That's amazing.
He put on an amazing show. He had a lot of fun out there at Goodwood, but let's go under the hood with the Beast from the Bay.
Now for the C8 Corvette. And normally we would say, what's under the hood? We gotta go to the back. It's a weird one. I know, come on. At this point, this thing's more of a show car than it is a drift car, but we're changing that. We already have 2 test days under our belt. This is a LS engine. This is a tall deck, raised cam, Concept Performance LSR block, 4 1/4 stroke crank, puts this thing at 468 cubic inches. This is naturally aspirated, high revving, very exotic. The reason why this thing sounds exotic and crispy and almost like a street bike is because when this cylinder fires, the next one to fire is this one, and the next one to fire is that one. And what that actually does is the exhaust pulses help pull the other one out as it's firing and sending it into the collector. This is a transaxle transmission, so that means that the transmission and the diff are all in one. And of course, when I envisioned this thing, I was like, I have to have a K&N sprint car box filter on this. This is a transaxle mount, so it hangs the transaxle, but it also ties the frame rails together. Cad Chris designed this insane billet mount with billet receivers that we welded into the chassis. Anderson Composites carbon doors. Crazy light, crazy expensive too. Cage Kits Cage, same thing. They came out, scanned the chassis. You can tell these door bars are kind of like my style. This is how I like them. C6 carbon fiber dash, the same Momo seats as the race car. Super Cup and a Daytona, red Momo belts, always the best. Momo steering wheel, rugged radios. These cars share the same fuel pump, but this one you can change right out here. So if you ever have a fuel pump issue, you take that plate off, Aeromotive fuel pump comes right out, drops right in, super handy. PWR radiator, dual spall brushless fans, Aeromotive water pump, radiator mounted. This is something that I'm super proud of. This way, you bolt the water pump directly to the radiator. You lose 4 fittings, a foot of line, whatever it might be, and the water pump is incredibly easy to change. To be honest, we haven't even turned the nitrous on. I've been so freaking terrified of this engine that it made 840 wheel horsepower. I was like, let's leave it. For me to be able to represent an iconic company like Liberty Walk here in the United States on a very American style drift car with a Japanese body kit, it's like, it's the coolest freaking thing ever. So this has a brand new G5 Link ECU. It is a Voodoo Pro. It is the latest and greatest. It has Wi-Fi, it has GPS, it has all the freaking bells and whistles. This thing has 8 O2 sensors, so it is interpreting 8 different cylinders and trimming the fuel to make it exactly what we need and make as much power as possible. And that completely communicates with the AIM, which is the power distribution of the entire car. The goal is to drive this car, develop it, dial it in, and then bring it out here for Formula Drift in 2026. Now it's time, head down, grind, drive this thing, and have a good event this weekend.
Here to tell you that motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon ImageProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
All right, getting a little assistance there off track. Talking about Cabot Cardoso, and unfortunately, he will be out. And again, Shetsky will advance on, but he is advancing. Look at this. They're running tandem on tandem, dog.
Yeah, he tandem with the wall.
Let's see those tow trucks initiate. Come on. So again, making it official, it will be Reshetsky. We'll see if his car gets put back together. He'll be going against the winner of Patron and Rahimi in our next battle.
It's a big ask for 5 minutes. Or no, they got some time.
They got a little time,
but yeah, 17 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
Give or take. So.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, and again, Cabot's been through it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just, you know, I asked you what were your expectations. I never got your kind of answer. What were your expectations seeing? We got Catroni and Rahimi have yet to pull out the track, so we got a moment. What were your expectations seeing the track map? I was really excited. I was like, cool. Like, I like it. It's pretty, fluid, flowy.
Yeah, it's like almost everything kind of wanted a drift track. We got the bank, we're not using the whole thing, but that's still really cool. And then you're coming off of it, and then you got the tighter sections. We just kind of whittle down the speed as a natural flow, so it makes really good tandems, and I really like what they came up here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Pro later. Like I said, I think there's a bit of an Achilles heel or a GT radial. Not blaming the tire manufacturer by any means, but what I'm saying there is the width, the actual dimensions of the tire. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, the side profile, especially in here, you can, there's just not as much mechanical side grip when you have such a lower profile. In that 255/35, that is the spec tire in PROSPEC.
And here's a good shot overhead. So if you're saying, okay, just remove that wall as they make halfway through and come down into that middle section, the wall is there because you can see in the grass there's that one wall protecting the inside. There's a leading edge right there. If we took away that wall, that is a wildly dangerous situation, just that leading edge on that concrete wall that is permanent on the track. If they went off course and centered that,
Have you seen some stuff
absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. So removing the wall is not an option.
No.
So that's when coming to the track, first time I saw it with my two eyes this morning with the judges, like that wall right there is going to be a problem. But if you pan a little right, just off camera, see the blue barrels. The blue barrels. Yep. That is the beginning of that permanent wall. So if you took away that wall, that would be
disastrous. Yeah, there's nothing. We were trying to think of different ways with the barrels, tires. They're going to make it worse. And this is, for people wondering why don't we just get rid of it. This is why, because if you punt a car into that, that's just extremely dangerous.
I like the audible being called amongst everybody. Yeah, that is a T-bone steak, cheese, egg, and Welch's grape. So, but I like the audible, moving it to an inside clip. I think that is a wiser approach. It's going to temper the flame of the cars and the heat coming in off of that bank, because this is unlike anything we've done before, only using half of it. Say if we used all of it, that's a lot of tire scrubbing, a lot of speed drop on the inside. So thank you to Formula Drift, thank you to IRP for paving the sections. You can see there's just a little more runoff on that dropping in. You can see the certain sections
inside
that are
out,
paved,
right?
Yeah, inside and out, to accommodate this specific unique layout that's never been done before here at IRP.
Absolutely, Jared. And it's some people are like, well, you just get rid of the wall. Well, it's also NASCAR. We need that for that safety wall for when other events are here.
Yeah, there's no way. So again, working with what we're given, and I think the audible of changing that outside zone into the inside clip, I think was an appropriate correction. And like I said, audible is the best one to choose. So Christian Catrone, Human Rahimi in the double burnout box. Let's see what Catrone's got. He had a bye run earlier. Human Rahimi only had to, basically.
We had half a bye run.
Yeah, half a bye run. So he was against Dustin Miles, right? Or no, sorry, Matt Schulman. So Schulman shut it down. So he completed the second run by himself and advanced on. So now here he is. Again, both these guys are locked in for top 32 tomorrow, but now it is advancing on to see who goes against Reshetsky. All right, Catrone will lead. Rahimi chasing him down. So this is a good opportunity to really, there's something on the line here. It's bragging rights, moving on to the seating brackets, a little spray of the nitrous. So this is a good opportunity for both these drivers to get more of a kin of what they're going to be seeing tomorrow in competition.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, bragging rights, took the words right out of my mouth.
Here we go, Catrone. Howard's cams. There it is. That's what we're looking for. Catrone absolutely smashing it, going to the. He does escape that inside clip, but look at the attitude of the car. Really got that horsepower on deck. The things are hooking up as now Human Rahimi joins the conversation here in the latter portion. But look at Catrone. A lot more comfortable in the second half. Once he got past that wall, just like you go by and you're like, bye, see you later. I don't want to see you again.
I was a little worried for how hot that Corvette was coming in. I was
he
like,
was cooking.
Wow. Let's break it down here as you can see it just screaming, and decent placement there. He did pull out of there early, but he had a lot of momentum and it really gave Human a good opportunity here to play catch up, and he kind of throws that away here, but he does make up for the ground. But look at Catrone just filling all those zones, that thing just screaming with intent, pouring the smoke out of the back of that car, and does kind of catch up towards the later half, but you can see, even despite him being a little further back, his transition timings were really, really decent, I thought.
Talking about Humans?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but was not part of the conversation on that first initiation, and he had every ability to, but unfortunately just did not show up. So Human Rahimi out front. Again, this is really good. I don't want to say practice because it is competition, but this is a good opportunity to really press without, obviously keep it off the wall, but press without any major repercussions as far as getting on the podium. This is again, seating bracket qualifying. So Human Rahimi and Catrone, look at that. So look at the car grips up and straightens out. So he got a little nervous there, maybe.
I was a little worried that something like that was going to happen with the speed difference we saw.
You see a little double stepping, double stepping
Dutch
by Human Rahimi, and there goes Catrone. So Catrone chases him down, but let's take a look at that again, because Human initiates. It wasn't exactly like the tidiest initiation.
Yeah,
Catrone.
I mean, it was up there. I don't know if Catrone just wasn't expecting a little more speed, but he did come down there, and you could just see Catrone really kind of struggling to harness that Corvette back. I mean, it was just a rocket ship for that whole course in his lead position, so I felt like he wasn't really set up for the chase in this battle. Before the first run, I was going to say, they really need. He's had a great lead run. Maybe his spotter was going to tell him, hey, maybe just ease back a bit, but maybe he just can't hold that car back as well as he needed to. And I think his only big mistake was coming off that bank a little early. And other than that, he was filling out his zones, doing a good job keeping the tires lit. For the most part, looks very smooth, very little corrections, but Catrone just kind of getting a little more erratic, I think, than he wanted to be.
Well,
and not to mention he was very late to the party, so I think
it's before we see the verdict, they're about to come in, but here it is. Christian Catrone will be getting the victory. Robin Nishida just told me they both got incompletes in the chase.
Really?
Yeah. He had 4 tires off, and Christian just straightened. Correct. So yeah, on initiation.
So lead for lead.
Lead versus lead.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So it just versus that. So Christian, more concise, a little more refined than Human Rahimi. So again, that's what really gets you on the box, man, the chase runs. And that's why I said I think I would rather lead out of the gate versus chase. So then you just lock one in, and then again, a lot of these guys to this caliber driving in PROSPEC, a brand new track, for any driver in sketchy, pro spec, or anybody.
Yeah, and back to your point on the other side of that coin is, like, if there's a tire management that you have to go, some guys like to chase first, so they have that ability to really stick it to them. So next battle.
Yep, here we go. Carson Ruger, Jacob Duncan. We saw Duncan earlier just with the by run. Ruger, he's had more turns on this track as he went one more time against Levi Waite. So let's see, Ruger and Duncan.
Oh, you go for a donut.
Little Duncan, they got, again, send baby Gettins over there to get you some deep fried butter balls. Big fan over there.
A ball of butter.
That's his nickname. Butterball Gettins. That's him down there. Socks and Birkenstocks. All right, here we go. Carson Ruger will be leading. Jacob Duncan chasing him down. Ruger, speaking of Ruger, comes out shooting, comes out blazing. Duncan trying to chase him down. He's doing a good job in that pocket. Ruger throwing some more angle at it around that front clip. Good composure. I want to see that overhead of placement of the vehicle because he was definitely tight. Ruger, I mean, great placement. You can't fault him for it. I mean, it is an absolute smoke machine out front, and Duncan just really living in that pocket. So speaking of donuts, smoke-filled Dunkin' Donut, baby.
Absolutely, Jared. That was, there's a little wonky thing coming off the bank from Ruger, but yeah, like you said with all your gun puns, it was he was coming out of there guns in place. As we look in there, real tight to the wall, and got a piece of it too. Yeah, a little left foot brake in there, pulls out of there. You know, lost a lot of momentum there. I'm not sure how it happened, but it also kind of forced the chase driver to drop a couple few tires there. Ruger was a little, I think he might have had a tire on, but I don't know if Wally to confirm. That tire looked like it was on the paint, but other than that, very good. Great car placement. I really like how deep he went in the zone and with commitment.
I think that was the most confident chase we've seen here in ProSpec, by the way.
Consistent and confident, for sure.
Consistent, confident, it had it all. So I think if Duncan puts down a good lead run, you know, Carson, let's see. Break that backboard, dunk on him. Here we go. Jacob Duncan initiates into the outside zone. This is what I'm talking about. Look at Ruger. He needs to join the conversation, dude. RSVP, but don't show up fashionably late. As we can see Duncan now past that zone. Good placement. Look at that. Now Ruger looked like he straightened out there. Ruger gets blinded by the smoke.
Something happened there.
Yeah, something might have happened, but Duncan looking strong. He backs it in again.
I mean, let's say that Ruger completed his run. That would have been, I think, what he needed to do. Like you were talking about, he needed to put a killer lead run because Ruger's was just as great. And unfortunately,
delivered, dude.
Yeah, he sure did. Delivering them donies as we look at that, pouring on the angle. That's what I like to see is slowing the car with angle. He did left foot brake there. Let's see what fell apart from Ruger here. Good transition through the bumper here. Got out of the pocket contact, and that's the end of the Ruger story. But like I said, we're this far in seating. It's bragging rights for the most part, so he'll be in the show tomorrow. So nothing to shake off.
Yeah, there are points at stake, and you know, it comes down to sometimes 1 point. But hey, good effort. Wait, hold on. Okay, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. Sorry, Robbie told me here it was unanimous. So unfortunately, just went the wrong direction there. So Jacob Duncan gets the win.
Handle your house there, Robbie.
As Robin Ishida, he says, no, that was a mistake. I apologize. So it was unanimous, and that is very painfully obvious. Unfortunately, Carson Ruger, but Jacob Duncan. All right, so again, it is unanimous, but Jacob Duncan advances on. As we have 3 drivers in the final 4. Rushetsky, and then we got Catrone, and just most recently, Jacob Duncan. It is now either Kaufman or Rawlings, and they are back out on track. And there are the stats. There's the numbers. Let's see what we got here. Is Kelsey still running the Coyote under the hood?
Oh, yeah. She's been piloting that Coyote for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Her dad's a big Ford guy.
Yeah.
Taxi garage.
She built a Mustang.
She actually has a shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unofficially.
I know you're a Blue Oval guy.
She's like, hey, if anyone, they're not be unloading it. So I'm like,
yeah. What is it?
NS 550.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 15 and newer. Or 15, 23, I guess.
Do you have a guy that can put a motor in it?
I got one guy.
Okay. Robin Ishida?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The Ishida blade himself.
What Ishida?
This is going to be a weird tandem.
Can't park there. All right, so Rawlings would
She is
lead.
leading, yeah.
She would be leading. So Kaufman, I don't know what's going on here.
Bold, oh, off camera, he is way behind her, so that's why it looks funny.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, Kelsey 6th position and Kaufman 14th. So yeah, Kelsey will be leading and Kaufman chasing him down. Max doing a little Cirque du Soleil there just to get everybody pumped up. Little dance moves like Jagger. Kaufman, as the chase car, you can't leave the start line.
Ooh.
Kelsey coming out swinging. What's going on? Oh, when she hit a cone?
Oh, yeah. Big time. So, in a restart here, the lead driver, yeah, just to refresh all you guys, the lead driver has to wait till the lights extinguish. Can't jump the line there and can't hit any cones, otherwise forces a restart. And 3 restarts turns into an incomplete. And you also can't sleep the line, so if the lights go out, you wait 2 seconds, that's also a restart.
Yep, there are a few different ways. So Kelsey's got 1 strike against her. I don't foresee anything crazy there, but yeah, she definitely stepped it out, kicked it out as the taxi garage FC RX-7 closer to us. Who's going against Duncan in the final 4? Also, consider this: Rashetsky went to that wall. Is he going to be 100? And also, even then,
would you risk it again
right,
to like an
okay
saying. Car? Just
yeah,
plan to forfeit essentially, and take the time to get it back to
and you get
100.
3rd place.
Yeah, you're on the podium. Call it a win.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, here in seating brackets. All right, we got a clean start here at Rawlings and Kaufman. Kelsey initiates. Kaufman back there a little bit. Ooh, Kelsey very low on the bank. Overshoots that inside clip.
Nervous.
Getting a little loosey-goosey there as far as placement of the vehicle. Fluid, but just not hitting all those clipping points of touch and go. Coming here now up on that small little rise. Transitions back across the finish line.
Nicely done.
Let's get that overhead view, because
yes,
as far as placement was not
another nervous coming off that bank here in the live action. That's got to be daunting coming through there. But like you said, way wide on that inner clip. Kaufman doing a good job showing his temperament there, staying in the frame, sort of in the pocket here. Time to transition a little late there, but to be fair, the lead run's a little bit smooth than we've seen so far in the seating bracket. So now it's going to be his turn to really shine us on and see how it's done.
Well, it's definitely hard to chase somebody down when they're not in the right position.
Exactly.
And you don't want to go to that point and then,
make up for it.
Yeah, you have a Rashetsky and unfortunate thing where you glitch because of that lead car. So it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to give you the room to party. It's like a mosh pit. You're like, I'm just going to stand and watch you do your thing.
Yeah, and at this point we've already won.
Yeah.
As far as the
look at now. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at Kaufman just putting it down. Absolutely meter on initiation of that taxi garage FCRX-7. And I mean, look at the horsepower differential here and placement. Just overall, Kaufman really hitting his marks.
Wow,
goes
love
out
that
there.
cannon shot.
Yeah, that long angle. All right, so yeah, that's gonna be pretty easy to dictate who won. Yeah, so it's a hot out here. So if you plan on coming out, stay hydrated. Reapply that sunscreen.
Yeah, I should have taken that advice. As we watch Kaufman almost getting out of frame there as he gets away from Kelsey right off the rip here. Did a little bit of a love tap there on the wall as he brings it nice and tidy to that inner clip. Brings it around here to the next outer zone. Kelsey trying to make up ground here. Throwing a lot of angle into that S chassis as in that chase position. And Kaufman just out-wheeling her in the lead position as they bring it around to the last touch and go and through the finish line. Good seeing that FC down here. Here it is.
And slide him left for Kelsey or right for Ryan Kaufman, and Kaufman gets the win. And our final 4 is set. The elephant in the room. We'll see if the elephant is in the room. Talking about Rashetsky's Nissan Z. We'll see if he makes it up there, or will we see Christian Catrone get the bye run into the final battle. So you can see it right there. Rashetsky, we'll see if he can bring his car out. And all right, then. So Reshetsky versus Patron, Jacob Duncan versus Ryan Kaufman. Final four is set here for our Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship seeding bracket. Final four is set. When we come back, action continues.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Hi, my name is Kevin Wells, competition director of Formula Drift. We did some course changes. Hopefully we don't have a lot of oil downs and cleanups. So let's check it out.
Whoa! Shanahan wrong way! And Shanahan goes into the wall.
I've done some stupid stuff before. Definitely the stupid one.
Oh my! Front wheels come off the ground on the truck? I don't know if the front wheels came off, but that like, woo! Okay. We've got a lot of damage. So I think I'm gonna cut this branch, and then I'll lift it straight up, and then we'll pull the car out front.
There's enough stuff here. They might be able to put it back together. He's got till what, Saturday?
We're going to do another thing. Actually, the first rescinding.
Wow, I'm so honored.
On the way.
Oh, what's that? Is that Kevin's corner? Dang.
Holy that was f***ing awesome.
There we are, sitting in Kevin's corner, getting a little perspective of, again, our, what's his title again? It's race
competition director.
Competition director, yes. Thank you.
Meat dazzled.
I've seen him wear so many hats. You know, he campaigned. He was crew chief for Chris Forsberg when he won his first championship. I knew him before Formula Drift was even around. He just had his own shop, LS.
Oh yeah.
He had LS Engineering, I think was a shop name. LS Auto, yeah. Yeah, but
he's still playing with LSs at home.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of different things. But yeah, so again, competition director. So getting his perspective down there on the track, all the red shirts. That's you changed to the gray for this role, but the red shirts are track
like you said,
staff.
I'm bipartisan.
Yeah, you are bipartisan. You're just shaking hands across the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, respect the red shirts. So, all right. So we are intended to see Reshetsky, but he called the comp timeout.
Oh yeah.
So now we are intended to see. I'm assuming we'll go to Duncan and Kaufman, but
that battle just happened, so we might be a little behind the ball here.
Just slow rolling here. taking a look at our ProSpec Championship schedule. Things kicked off, and Corey Talaska won at Road Atlanta. Dmitry Brutsky just won in Stafford, Connecticut. And then here we are at IRP. And then whoever's joined us in Las Vegas, the brand new track. We have been at Las Vegas Motor Speedway ages ago, but you know, the Bull Ring, a new venue for us. So let's take a look back at James Dean, 5-time champion. He leads the pack once again. Can he make it 6? There's only one 5-time champion, and even, you know, he was the only 4-time champion. Now he bettered it last year. So let's take a look back at previous James the Machine Dean action.
Welcome back to the streets of Long Beach once again. James Dean, Frederick Osbo.
What we are looking at are the 2 most dominating drivers in drifting history.
This is a James we have not seen at all.
Welcome to Road Atlanta. Here we go. Another one more time battle. Frederick Osbo, James Dean. Don't leave in the judges' hands. James the Machine Dean gets the win. This is Type S Scorch. Can you smell it? Look at James, not backing down. Welcome to New Jersey. This is the gauntlet. James Dean, nasty initiation.
We're currently sitting second in points, 10 points off the lead behind Frederick Osbo, and feeling pretty good.
Welcome to the Crossroads. Shanahan and Dean, I mean, 2 iconic names, so history is about to be made. James the Machine Dean gets the win.
We're just focusing on being consistent, dialed, and we'll see how far we can take it.
James Dean's going in this power rally. Second place goes to James the Machine Dean. What a season it's been up until this point. If James Dean wins in the Final Four, he will be your 2025 Formula Drift Pro Champion once again. James Dean drops into formation. James the Machine Dean doesn't get it done. James the Machine Dean locks it up, and he's the official 2025 Formula Drift Pro Champion.
Wow, I don't know, I'm lost for words. A huge thanks to the RTR team. I wasn't expecting it this weekend, you know. Wow, yeah, this is a lot. Thank you all.
James Dean, he does have another battle in the finals. Your 2025 and 5-time Formula Drift champion, trying to sweeten the deal with a victory here in Utah. James Dean, once again, dominant in the 2025 season. James the Machine Dean is your winner and champion.
Young me would have never believed that I was capable of this. So for anyone watching that you have dreams, just chase them, because if you're passionate enough and you work hard enough, anything is possible.
James the Machine Dean!
This is amazing, and can't wait for Long Beach. We're going to enjoy it.
Celebrating Mr. James the Machine Dean. What a weapon. He's going and jumping across the pond, running in Drift Masters. That dude's
just
always got a
rallycross or something recently, didn't he?
Yeah, he did rallycross. He did really well. He was on the box. He was on the podium. Super stoked. Yeah, FIA rallycross.
What isn't he good at? He's probably like, he wins at cutting his own grass too, I think.
Yeah, he's actually going to plow the cornfields right after this.
Jump in the John Deere.
Tomorrow, Pro's chilling. He's going to go, you know, he's going to harvest some corn for everybody.
For the, yeah, the.
I mean, look,
probably
if you walk through that cornfield, he's taller than the corn. So he can't miss him.
Well, like they say, it needs to be knee-high by 4th of July.
Oh, dude, Wisconsin called. They want you back.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, well, we're tap dancing here a little bit, waiting to see, as Rashetsky did not make his, so it will be a bye run for Catrone. So Christian Catrone will be going to the finals against either Duncan or Kaufman. Right.
Catrone still needs to prove his car, so
yeah,
it's probably up there.
Yeah. The spotter just came in here, just get some clarification on what went down, and Basically his previous battle, they both had incompletes in the chase run, talking about Human Rahimi and Catrone. So Catrone, this again, just another turn and burn for Catrone as he goes into the finals. Good looking car, good looking vet.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Simon Olsen's livery a little bit.
Yeah, if Matt Field and Simon Olsen's car had a baby.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Simon's out this weekend.
Yeah, dude, hope you feel better. Yeah, poor Simon.
Yeah, bummer.
He said some virus. I don't know if he had Taco Bell or not.
What would that be called? What kind of what would you call it?
No, the lettuce thing that was going around.
Oh, yeah.
But Taco Bell apologized. It was good. It's all good. RTR ready to rock. We'll see them later on. See the pink pony over there. You see the video of T-Pain taking Shaq for a ride in that thing?
Yeah.
At Grid Life.
Surprisingly, like I expected the helmet to be over the cage, but surprisingly he looked pretty snug in there.
Yeah, I'll take a ride. He's like, I looked at when he asked, he's like, how wet does it need to be? Not at all. And then so he just took him out. So Payne, aka Teddy Payne, is his EDM name, and DJ Diesel at Grid Life at Watkins Glen last week. All right, so Christian Catrone, that's not how you get it Catrone done. So, all right, bud. Does it sound healthy?
I don't know. I couldn't really. I don't know if there's this downfire or what, but it did sound like it was missing. I don't know if he was just missing the clips.
Well, Howard's Cam's Corvette will advance on. He's going to the final, so
good for him.
Yeah, confidence booster for him. But now he's got to watch. So if I'm a spotter, I'm taking a look at Duncan and Kaufman, because I'll tell you what, both of those guys are driving really well. I would say the most tidy and consistent of what we've seen here in ProSpec so far. Duncan looked really good. Kaufman, he looked really aggressive in the lead run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is going to be, we already have third place locked in, so this is like a do or die for the podium on our next battle. So,
yeah, like we said, Rashetsky, #1 position. So Rashetsky will be the third place in our seeding brackets, but Duncan and Kaufman in the double B, the burnout box.
The D-Bob.
The D-Bob. Burnouts over Baghdad. Get that thing. Right? Grease. All right, here we go. Jacob Duncan, Ryan Kaufman. Jacob Duncan, 15 years old from VA. Kaufman, low rider. And there's the agwraps.com Nissan unique wing.
It's got the wicker bill on top of like the 326 power type. Yeah.
There's a lot going on. They threw the catalog at that
busy.
But if he backs it in, it's flat. It's already got.
Yeah, it'll sit like NASCAR when the flaps come up. There you go. That's what they're like.
There we go. Kaufman and Duncan, and I believe, Duncan will lead. He is in 10th position. Kaufman in 14th. All right, let's see what Duncan's got out front. And Kaufman really needs to apply the pressure because, like I said, Duncan's been nailing it here. Kaufman drops down a little bit there, and we got contact. Backs it in. Looked like, Duncan, not even unflappable, dude. Just like that wing, just
that's full
tilt, dude. Not a boy. Gets all the way out there. Like I said, Duncan has been crushing it.
Yeah,
Kaufman. Okay,
that's merely a flesh wound.
Yeah, I'll bite your ankles. So let's see.
Yeah, let's run that back and see if we can kind of deduce what kind of happened. Chicken egg or what? So Duncan clean. Kaufman came into the pocket too hot. I don't even think he made contact with Duncan there. And he just kind of backed into the bank as safely as one could in that situation here. Duncan doing a great, that was probably one of the best bank runs we've seen all day. We could just see Kaufman get too hot. There was wheel to wheel. Luckily they weren't spinning, so it kind of mitigated any, hopping. So that was a good one.
Yeah, he was nose down that front left of Kaufman going in. So judges are looking for fault. And so again, Kaufman, the taxi garage, just comes down. Duncan's at angle.
Yeah, doing a great job. He timed his angle to scrub speed perfectly, and Kaufman almost ruined that party for him. In my most humble opinion.
No, absolutely, and the judges are agreeing with you. So again, watch him just dive down, Duncan, unfazed, dude, ready? Boop. Just knocked him away like a mosquito. Says, get out of here.
Yeah, and luckily, like I said, he was on the foot brake, so that front right of Duncan's was actually locked.
Yep.
If it was spinning, that could have been a whole different story. We could have been prying those things apart.
Yep. Man, oh shit. All right, so here we go. We got Kaufman calling a competition timeout, so Duncan will have to chill. And Kaufman pulling back into the pits, so a little lull before the action. Like I said, the schedule has been modified because we were to see the live stream at 7 o'clock. So just an FYI, for Pro, we are going to 8 o'clock. So you can watch Formula Drift and many other automotive events on Racer. So download the app for free. Formula Drift is completely free to watch on Racer Plus. No subscription required. That bears repeating. Again, FD is completely free to watch on Racer Plus. No subscription required. Every event, every battle right here on Racer. So download the app so you can watch every round of Formula Drift competition.
Duncan's on ice.
Chilling.
He's going to go back to grid. And
America runs on Duncan. And the agwraps.com S chassis. So, man, little lull and hush falls over the crowd. We'll be right back here to IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park, for round 3 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. Don't go anywhere. Action continues. Kaufman versus Duncan. Final 4. Yeah, the Midwest Mayhem. The wall is unforgiving. You fight the wall always wins. We come back, Duncan and Kaufman in the second half.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
And we got eyes there on Duncan. Duncan's good, but why not? Why not just go back?
Yeah, because we're more concerned with...
Yeah, he had the contact, so I think that, yeah, look, they're bringing out the plates, the alignment plates. No.
Yeah, he might as well burn it. He gets another one tomorrow as far as our competition usage, competition timeout usage.
Yeah, but again, I don't think he would be, he's not utilizing comp timeout because the contact happened.
Oh, you're right.
Fault.
So it was an incomplete with contact, yeah.
Incomplete contact, not at fault. So why not? Check out the car. Check out the alignment. Align your chi, dude.
Look at him. Gotta put some pressure on that plate, dog.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Your foot's not even on it. It's going to be... oh, excuse me. They're not started. Okay. Sorry, I blew up.
real judgy there, Sopa.
Man,
so here's taking a look at the contact. Coffin diving down. Front right to left, point. And Coffin's back right corner. Hit pretty good. Hopefully it's just cosmetic.
Yeah, I feel like he built a good crunch zone there in that FC. It seemed to drive off fine square.
The FC?
Yeah.
It's square. It is.
I mean, the suspension and tires.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little tour of the pits here. Maybe
Nice
we can
big
find Coffin.
pit area.
A lot of real estate.
Yeah, where... Looking for the taxi garage. Looking for his pits, overlooking RCP and Carson Ruger's. Coilover Depot boys. Where are we at? See the Ken the Tire kids. Rad Industries. There's
Sim Magic.
Yeah, Sim Magic. That's Forsberg's display.
Dylan Hughes.
Yep.
Simon's crew is in the building, to support and show his
Cole
vehicle.
Richards. Got, Simon's crew, yep. There's Matt Field, the Drift Cave fellas.
There's a garage, but not the taxi.
Taxi garage, where you at? Hide and seek.
So where's Waldo? Yeah, look at that. Look at
that smoke out there. That is Adam LZ. Like we said, you saw that at the top of the show if you missed it. Adam LZ and Matt Field went hard into the wall.
Are you sure that thing crashed?
I know.
Are you kidding me?
That thing, he's back, baby.
Wow.
That thing straightened out. Kudos to the team, man.
Yeah, that was 4 hours ago. That thing was tacoed.
Yeah, it was Demolition Derby. So that's fantastic.
Here we go. Look.
Let's roll the tape. Boom, bang, pow.
Oh my God.
Whoosh.
Just panels instantly deleted.
Man,
mass disassembly.
Just, the C8 Corvette is mid-motor, but this is an interesting way of having it be mid-engine. He put the motor of Adam LZ in the back of his car. So that's really great. Hats off to his team.
Absolutely.
Getting that thing back up and running. That's great.
Wow. One thing he said, he's like, we just painted those panels too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's good to see. Good to see.
I remember just a couple of years ago, rode off the one car.
Right.
And same
round but different location.
Yeah,
in
same
St.
round,
Louis.
St. Louis. So. Yeah, Adam, maybe you need to skip round 5. Round 5 is just not a big Cinco guy. Well, you can see a little evidence there of some.
Yeah, a tail light lens missing, but seriously, other than that,
looks great. Looks good.
Ready to party.
So like I was saying, we have shifted the schedule a little bit. Original schedule was 7 o'clock, but due to the track modifications and everything, we have pushed the live stream for Pro back to 8 o'clock. And that will be, again, that is qualifying.
Now we're back.
Pro.
Yeah, we're back in the tour of the paddock here. You can see. I feel like we're in the right area with the PROSPEC. Just got to find this FC. Where's it hiding?
Yeah.
Can't be that hard. It's bright blue. Oh boy.
Yeah. Did he drive home?
Yeah.
Drove back to Florida.
Went all the way back.
Okay. There we're sliding in.
No, that's a Supra. Yep.
Definitely not there. Oh, we're
We're
just
gonna
going on in.
Squeak in there.
Is this Aaron Jesse or we got Smash on the case here? There's Jack Shanahan. Pulsar Turbo Systems.
Right color, wrong car.
Yeah, that's Sam Magmumi. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's go grab some snacks. Go over there to Dylan's got some good snacks. He's always got something a little healthy.
And there you are. There's Carlos.
There's Cagle.
And the gang.
Yeah. Oh.
Represent.
You are not that hard, Cagle.
If I had to guess, they're along this line over here. Let's here we go. I feel it getting hot or cold.
Getting warm.
There's Colette.
There's Meyer. Nope. There's
Rashetsky.
And there he is, right there. He's
really?
right next to him.
Come on!
Right next to him. Oh man. Well, Kaufman's out of the car, and it's been a minute. It has been a minute.
I don't see any of our boys. Oh, there's Trey. I think Chris is getting the intel here.
All right. I'm going to do some housekeeping here real quick. Just FYI, if you have a Toyota Corolla blue, plate number Y813GI, again, a blue Toyota Corolla Y813GI, please move your car. Also, a blue Subaru, Indiana plate 664YC0. Again, Indiana plate, blue Subaru 664YCO. If you have a white Chevy Spark, Ohio plate from Butler, KJF 8153.
Ford Fusion.
Again, KJF 8153, that is a Chevy Spark. And last, a Ford Fusion Indiana plate, DTY 430. Again, DTY 430, white Ford Fusion. Those 4 vehicles, move your car. Again, blue Corolla, blue Subaru STI, white Chevy Spark, and a Ford Fusion. Please move your car.
Yeah, so just in, Kaufman didn't make his...
He did not.
Nope, he did not.
Okay. That seems to be the trend right now, guys. It's about attrition, keeping your car together, not hitting the wall, stay off the wall, but...
Surprising. I thought that was mostly cosmetic.
Well, Duncan, we thought we were just going to align it, but now we got Cowboys out here helping.
Now they're using those 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We can see we got about a 2.5 on the clock there.
All right. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll see if Duncan is on the line to do battle against Christian Catrone. When we come back, Duncan, is he going to get it done?
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon ImageProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Oh man, look at this. The car is on.
This is perplexing, unless they got another 5 in there.
Does he get another 5? Is that it?
Is he resetting it? Kevin doesn't look too like, hey, stop. Okay, so we got new life. New life.
All
so,
right.
yeah, you didn't see much of a frantic down there.
Yeah, so he got 10 minute. That's 4 minutes?
They might have touched it early.
Okay, so the scenario here is that Duncan.
Yeah, Kevin's also got it on it. I think he's waiting for a minute on his phone, and then he's going to start that 4.
Yeah, he would basically need to do a bye run before the final. So we're getting some clarification on here. But yeah, he had a 10-minute allotment because they had contact, but he wasn't at fault. So that is kind of a courtesy 10. And then now the hands are still on the car, so they give him another 5 minutes. So yeah,
I just wonder what's going on there, like just an inner tie rod stuck in the rack or something. I don't know what a Switzer valve is, but it doesn't sound like it's in a rack and pinion.
I feel like our director is just throwing out words to us, just thinking that he knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
it's all ball bearings these days. They're installing that big blue turbo that's in his hand right there. That's one heck of a snail. What size Garrett is that, dude?
Oh, that's a 120 volt, 60 watter.
Oof, man. It's like a Dyson. It's like a Dyson turbo. All right, so I mean, in all honesty, 3 minutes and their cars on jacks. It doesn't look. I mean,
I'd like to get some insight, but I know they got it all.
But here's where it went down. This is Kaufman and Duncan. So watch Duncan initiate. Kaufman dives it inside the point. Throws himself into a tailspin.
Yeah, that's a lot of memories flooding back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I can speculate here is that if that thing is rear steer yet, where the rack is behind the axle line on it, that you might have pulled it out, but it looks like they're on the front of the wheel. So maybe it's a tension rod of sorts. But it would be a one-piece control arm. So I'm just out of ideas here on what they're struggling with.
And the scenario now.
What could unfold?
So the scenario is if he does not get the car down, up and running, well, Jack's out of there. That's a good sign.
Who is out of there?
Okay, Jack's out of the way. Down to again basically every event they are dedicated one competition timeout. That's a 5-minute allotment once they get hands on the car. Ideally, the car pulls back in and the clock starts and they get hands on it. So every team has one 5-minute allotment in competition, and then they have a dedicated one for qualifying as well.
Yes.
Per the event. So again, you have one comp timeout here, like in seating bracket. So, and then they'll reboot and have another one in tomorrow's competition.
Right.
That's
so
for
they
both
get
pro and pro.
Essentially 2 a weekend.
2 a weekend, yes.
Yeah.
Sir. So 5-minute allotment, and then again, because Duncan was contacted, but again he was not at fault, there was a 10-minute courtesy allotment for him. So a total of, again, using the 10 and then the additional 5. So a total of 15, and we're good. All right.
And he did in 14.
Time for some action.
Yeah, so he's got to prove the car still works, and then he's got to go back and turn it around for the finals, Jared.
Yep.
Taking another tour.
All right, so following him down. Yeah, so this will be a bye run, essentially, for Kaufman.
For Duncan.
Sorry, for Duncan. Thank you. So, watching paint dry here a little bit, kids. So, appreciate the patience. But this is how the cookie crumbles or the fiberglass breaks.
Boy, that wall has taken some fiberglass bits already today, and we're a third into this weekend, if that.
Yep. All right, that wing's bouncing its way down.
I feel like we're in GTA right now.
Yeah, right.
Got Logan running grid back there for us. He's going to get him up to the bop. Yeah, so Logan kind of is our corral back there. He keeps the cars and drivers and lets them
pre-grid.
Yeah, pre-grid before we get them out into the burnout box. It's a little bit of a long distance in this track, just the way the logistics ended up, and especially here we got a little bit of a bottleneck. A lot of traffic going on there in practice for sure.
All right, making his way to the burnout box. Yeah, just chilling. Got the can in the hand. Lifeguards on duty. Straight lamping. Smart gal with the neck fan. She came prepped.
Where's that Beats?
Oh man, got them tall boys. One girl got some bright pink hair.
Some loud hair.
All right, Duncan, let's see what you got. This is a automatic advancement by run. So we will play out and listen. All right. Let's lay out and listen to this by run here by Mr. Duncan.
That car definitely works. Yeah, that really Is that all?
All right, the finals are set. Duncan and Catrone. So Jacob Duncan, Christian Catrone in the finals here in seating brackets. Look at all the rubber being laid down.
So much more to be had.
Uh-huh. All right. Like I said, thank you for your patience. And we're saying why not conserve tires? Well, you just want to make sure the car runs, and it's good because again they were under the hood, taking a look at what we do not know exactly.
Yeah, we can only speculate so much.
All right, so we'll follow Duncan back to where we just saw him in the pits. Ideally, just throw a fresh set of GT radials out back, and Catrone has been chilling. So let's take a look back at Jack Shanahan. Again, sophomore season here. Let's take a look at his 2025 season and his 2025 moments. This is Jack Shanahan. Welcome to the finals. Shanahan and Dean, I mean, two iconic names, not only in Irish, but global names that are synonymous with drifting. So history is about to be made. Who's it going to be? James Dean or Jack Shanahan? We know one thing, it's going to be an Irishman getting the win here in St. Louis. Here comes Jack Shanahan in tow in that BMW. James Dean across the nose of Shanahan. Shanahan drops back, slides back. Great angle from James Dean. Again, no tomfoolery, but Jack Shanahan dives into the inside. That is not where you want to be. Looks like he is buffering here in this situation. James Dean keeps pace. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Goes to outside zone 4. Textbook once again. Hence the name The Machine.
There is so much nervous tension right now as they swap positions and Jack Shanahan will take the lead. It all comes down to this run, both the championship and the rookie. There's so much right here, right now, as these drivers pull to the line.
We know that an Irishman is going to win. Is it going to be Jack Shanahan on his rookie year getting a victory? Or is James the Machine Dean going to live up to his name once again and assume the tie for the points lead? James Dean applying the pressure. Looks like, again, he's not going to make a mistake. It looks like James Dean will be earning that victory after Jack Shanahan makes those mistakes, losing that side skirt. But overall, a great effort by Jack Shanahan. They're living their dreams. It's coming to fruition. James Dean having his mate, having his homie here in St. Louis, a foreign land with two unforeign names in the drifting world now. And your winner unanimously is James the Machine Dean. Gets the win. Second place on his Formula Drift rookie season. Make some noise for Jack Shanahan.
This is my first time drifting like
on a season where I went and chased my own sponsors, my own budget, my own team essentially, and to finally see it pay off is quite cool. Everyone's smiling, everyone happy that like we finally got the result. The car finally proved itself that it's fast, it's driving good, and we also proved ourselves as well.
His first ever Formula Drift podium from Ireland, Mr. Jack Shanahan!
Heading into this weekend, like this is not something I expected, and like to have one of these trophies finally is like definitely a dream come true. Like I drove my heart out and it was just good fun. But it was actually the most fun I've had driving in a long time in a pro atmosphere, because I finally just kind of like took my mind off it completely and was like, I'm getting to drive with some of the best drivers that like drifting will ever see. It kind of showed me that not put myself under too much pressure in the future and just enjoy the moment, and hopefully the results come with that, because tonight was special. It was really, really cool.
And without further ado, again, rounding out the 1-2 Irish Punch, your winner, James the Machine Dean!
We just got the win. First place, Formula Drift St. Louis. And what a way to do it. Battling my Irish neighbour Jack Shanahan in the finals was a dream moment for me. Honestly, the biggest moment for me was battling Jack in the final. It's really cool to see someone from their first day of drifting to their first Formula Drift podium, and that made me emotional. He deserves it so much, and that was probably the proudest moment I've had this weekend, to be honest.
We will see you guys in Seattle. The battle in Seattle for round 6. Send it for the Drift Nation. We'll see you online, or we'll see you another time.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Corn. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is corn with a C, not with a K.
Oh!
Yeah, wrong.
Way off.
Big corn fan. Big corn fan. Yeah. Sorry, that joke was kind of corny. I apologize.
Yeah, sorry, we're trying to be punny.
All right, if you build it, they will come. Talking about Midwest Mayhem, Field of Dreams, or nightmares. Let's be honest. This has been a little chaotic out here.
Real.
At Indianapolis Raceway Park, the finals are set for our seeding brackets in our Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. Local time is 6:08. We'll be done here. Ideally in just a little bit. Again, comp timeout has been utilized by Duncan. Catrone does have one, but we have yet to see cars pull up to the burnout box. Come on, boys. Let's get this done. Let's put a bow on it.
Yeah, let's do this dance.
Comes out.
Plugs and coils.
Still waiting.
Doing a tune-up there?
Yeah, I think, they've...
Yeah, I think you see... Plugs and coils, so that's what Catrone's doing right now.
Plugs and coils. Yeah,
doing tune-up.
Just full on. It's on the dyno right now.
Yeah, they're trying to get another.
He's been buffering, man. He's been chilling for a minute.
Yeah. Weird
chilling, Catrone. This is how we got here. This is the lay of the land. We saw, unfortunately, Rashetsky. He got into the wall against Catrone. Or no, Rashetsky got in the wall after Cabot. He wasn't able to make it. He called comp timeout. So Catrone moved on. So Catrone had a bit of, an interesting journey here.
Yeah, he had a kind of a hot
exactly it sharpens his sword.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Because he had the fast pass to grade 8. Rahimi, we went lead to lead, so.
Yep, because they both had chase mistakes.
Yeah.
Rashetsky had to bow out. So.
But no, I mean, that thing's been on rails all day, so it could be a pretty intense battle here if it'll show up. Wake up, Max.
All right, Max ready to get it done.
He's probably looking for Jay-Z.
He's at a minimum right now. All right, so Catrone, Jacob Duncan. Look at the numbers here.
Yeah, we got a C6 and a, what is that? Was that an S13?
Yeah.
Duncan's? Okay, S13.
Yes, sir. The stats, the numbers, the delays, the wall has played, the wall has been a major element here. That transition outside zone 1 going into now inside clip 1. As opposed to, we had 7 outside zones, and now we got 6 outside zones with an inside clip.
Yeah, can we just talk about how many transitions we got in this course, Jared? It's
4 transitions.
Yeah, good to see.
Almost had 5.
Almost had 5.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Well, again, we're a proponent in trying to have them, naturally sweep and kind of drive through, but that wall. So I think again, the inside clip was a necessary decision.
I hear some movement.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that wall is just lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, it's pretty daunting. And there we go. Our final pair is coming out to warm up their GT radials, so we can wrap up this PROSPEC seating bracket here at IRB.
And there they are, the double bob. So warm up those GT radials and get a victor of ample time in between.
Yeah, Catrone's been on ice.
And there we are. There we are, calling out. Look at homeboy right there, little Duck Dynasty, calling the action up on the hill. This is a great angle and view. Love that kind of natural little amphitheater over there. All right, here we go. The finals are set. Thank you for your patience. A little bit of delay, but we are back at it. And let's see, Christian Catrone versus Jacob Duncan. Like I said, Catrone kind of got a few decisions made going his way, but Jacob Duncan definitely worked hard for it. So here we go, Catrone out front. Initiate, ooh, that is straightening up, it is gripping up, and that is a major mistake. That will be unfortunate for him. So maybe all that icing going down.
Little fouled his new plugs or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because they just mentioned in our our little channel here that he was kind of doing that tune-up, and that wasn't a joke. He was probably actually doing some plugs and coils, and I think that's attributing to that failure to launch there. Yeah, is right, Jared. It's gonna potentially wrap up here quicker than we thought, as now there was a clean start. They're still going to reverse rolls. And Catrone will now give chase. He's really going to have to... And unfortunately, we're just getting in that Catrone needs a competition timeout.
All right, so Christian Catrone
cursed us.
He is calling a comp timeout. Man.
Par for course.
I'll tell you what. Whew. This is dragging on a little long, kids.
Yeah, there is a drag strip
Holy
behind
cow.
us.
Yeah, there is a drag strip behind us, but it's we're trying to
really
get this thing done. But you wonder what's going on with Christian. But this is where you want to make sure the car is running good. You wonder what went south for him, man. All right. What are you calling?
Ghostbusters, always.
He's placing his bets. This guy's ready to rock, dude. He's got the hat, the shirt. He's a Mustang bro.
Max back to minimum.
All right.
And we wait.
Yep, and we wait. So Duncan chilling. He should just get out of his car and hang out. All right. So Christian makes his way back, a competition timeout. All right, let's go under the hood with RCP, Rome Charpentier. You know him, you love him. Let's go under the hood with RCP.
So this year we're running, I guess officially we're running 3 cars. We have 2 E82s, which is like a smaller 2011 to 14 1 Series style vehicle. We have a left-hand drive one that I drive. It's the same one I piloted last year. And now this year we have a right-hand drive one that Jack Shanahan drives. We also have one other vehicle, which is the one behind me, which is actually my spotter. So my spotters always wanted to be part of FD. How do I make it happen? Last year we built him a car, an E92. The reason why it's an E92 a little bit bigger is because he's 6'10". Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a strong bond with each car, and the name is very, very suiting. Like the E36 car, Kadu will never let me down, no matter what. Even when Connor lost a cylinder, this happened, whatever it was, it never let him down. He still went out there. I mean, the second time ever driving that car, he beat James in the finals in Orlando. He was driving a left-hand drive car, only 3rd time ever driving left-hand drive, and still won the whole entire event. And then did it again in Irwindale. So yeah, that car just doesn't let you down. It just keeps on going, keeps fighting. And that's kind of the name after it. And I know with Val, like it is a fierce car. Like it will go out there and do whatever we need to it, and it is very violent as it does it. So yeah, I'm very connected with the cars. And I don't know, just when I get in it, they feel very different to me, even though they're exactly the same builds. So I guess the biggest thing I could say to someone at any level that thinks it's like out of reach or too hard or too impossible or whatever else, just keep in mind that you're only one conversation away from anything you want in life. Just one conversation away. Maybe one conversation away from the perfect wife or the girlfriend, or one conversation away from a sponsor that completely changes your life. So that was really what happened with me. I just was one conversation away and just believed I could make it happen. And I just somehow did. I really don't know. I didn't really have any kind of job at the beginning. I really didn't have any way of making money. I just believed that it was possible, and I just kept fighting for it. I basically just kept saying yes. It sounds funny. It's just like, yes, I'll go to that event. Okay, now figure out how am I gonna get there? I don't know. Let's figure out this. What can I do? Who can I talk to? How can I make it happen? And a good question that I was asked when I was a little bit younger was, have you ever been 100% committed to something and not accomplished it? And when I thought about that, I was like, well, technically no, because you could say, oh yeah, well, I didn't make it happen and that's why I quit. But quitting means that you weren't technically 100% committed to it. So once I realized that, I was like, all right, all I have to do is be 100% all in and I will find a way to make it happen. So that's what we've done up to this point, and it seems to work so far. Now, the big goal is to get the E82 on the podium. I don't believe anyone's ever put one of those on the podium. It's a huge thing for me. I've had a couple I think last year, the year before, and the year before, I've had second places. I haven't got a big win. So for me right now is a big #1 for Formula Drift in the pro class. I know I have to at least get one of those first before I can start chasing a championship. So if you guys might see me jamming in the 36 if we can't get the E82 on the podium this year.
Look at that, Rome initiates tight. And look at James, not backing down. He looked like he delayed it a little bit, but now coming down to this first inside clip, a little tap in the brakes there from RCP. But here comes James the Machine Dean. Is RCP gonna take down James Dean? Look at Rome Charpentier diving in. Well done by RCP up front. James a little delayed. Rome gets the win. Wow. RCP takes down the giant that is James the Machine Dean. And we are back, and we're finding out that Christian Catrone, what happened?
Some bolts broke off in his diff, so that explains the non-initiation he had there. So he was probably a one-wheel wonder up the hill there.
So what a turn of events here, man. The wall, the you know, comp timeouts, this, that, and the other thing. So here we are. It's a buy run for the win for Duncan, and I got to tell you, he earned it. You know, he worked hard for this. You know, didn't have to go against Lewis Lands, but fought against Ruger and then against Kaufman, and now here he is, your winner here in Link Engine Management ProSpec seating brackets. Jacob Duncan with a buy run will be your winner in seating brackets. So again, points at stake and also bragging rights. So Jacob Duncan will get the win in our ProSpec seating brackets.
Yeah, I got to say, you talk about him earning it. He earned my favorite coming off the bank.
Yeah,
just absolutely filling the zone, throwing the car down with angle, and showing us why he's here.
Yeah. So again, Christian Catrone, excuse me. He again broke the diff. We won't see him out here on track. Let's make it official. Jacob Duncan. So. Right, so again, Catrone, he is over in the pits. And then with third place, you know, Rashetsky, he got that #1 spot. So, all right, so there it is, as he should be making his way just over here. But again, Catrone, I believe he is all the way in the pit area. So, and this is how the top 32 ProSpec bracket is shaped up. Dmitry Brudsky versus Suman Rahimi, Sean Booth versus Jacob Duncan. That's going to be a good one. The way Duncan's driving.
He's on a heater.
Yeah, that's a banger. Aiden Copham versus Christian Catrone. So Aiden's in the mix. So
what else we got here?
Talaska versus Brian Wills. Zero Chill Wills. Leonard versus Dustin Farrell.
Yeah, Bystrack against Rashetsky. That's going to be. Bystrack's kind of on a roll here from Connecticut. You can see how well he did there.
Cole versus Cotty Dempster. All right. So there it is. And there it is. Taking a look at him. And that is your Link Engine Management ProSpec seating bracket. Oh, joining him down there. Rashetsky.
Yeah.
All right. So third place. Third place is Mr. Matt Rashetsky. Gets third place. Christian Catrone gets second place. And your seating bracket winner is Jacob Duncan. Congratulations. Jacob Duncan comes out on top. And we'll be back here local time, 8 o'clock for our pro qualifying. And that is back to the 2 runs non-consecutive. Thanks, Matt.
Well, thank you, Jared. Thanks for putting up with all my... It was a dog's breakfast.
It was a dog fight, man. And the wall always wins, just FYI.
Yeah.
All right, so again, pro qualifying, local time, 8 o'clock. Just for reference, it is 6:23 on the PM dial. Thank you so much to our judges and staff and crew. And congratulations to Jacob Duncan, our Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship seating bracket winner. We'll see you at 8 o'clock. Send it.